Hey, so right now we're on Eppraisal.com, and what I'm going to do is walk you through how to come up with a cash offer for a seller. Basically, whenever we're putting out our first offer, we don't know what they're going to say. We don't want to spend too much time on it. We just kind of want to throw something at the air and kind of see who's motivated. Now, these values could be spot on. They could be off by 1,000. They could be off by 10,000. After we talk to people, we will really dig in and find out if what they say is true, if the repairs they say is true, and so on and so forth. But what I do to kind of get a good baseline of it is I go to a website called Eppraisal.com. You see it up here. And basically what I'll do is I'll put in the address of the property. So we'll just use my house, for example, 26 Pheasant Lane. We know it's in St. Peters, Missouri. And we're going to say get home value. And if you look over here, it says off-market. Eppraisal says my house is worth $136. Zillow says my house is worth about $170. So if you take the middle of this, somewhere around $153, which is actually pretty accurate for my house. It's right around $155, give or take. So basically, then what I'm going to do is, let's see if I can move this little thing out of the way. Let's see. I'm going to go to my calculator, and I'm going to say $153,000 is what the seller says they think my house is worth, or their house in this example. We're going to times that by 75%, which brings us to $114,750. And then what we're going to do is we're going to subtract out the repairs. So you talk to them and they said, Casey, it seems like the kitchen needs to be replaced, the roof needs to be replaced. Other than that, it's pretty good. And you would just ask them, well, give me an estimate. How much do you think that was going to cost? Well, I'd say probably $10,000, and just go off what they said. So minus $10,000 is what they think it's going to be. And again, keep in mind, we're going to verify all this before we actually buy their house. So the more open they can be with us up front, the more chance we have at purchasing this house. And this is what I tell them as well. I say, look, if you're hiding something, I'm going to find it. If there's any bodies in the wall, I'm going to find it. So please tell me, your best estimate of what you think the repairs are going to be in their house. Tell me everything you think's broken. If you had an unlimited budget of amount of money that you could spend to fix your house, what would you fix first? What would you update? How long ago is the bathroom been updated? Well, we did an update in the 90s. Well, 90s bathrooms may not work in 2017. So, and so you'd write that down in your sheet. Needs an updated bathroom, needs an updated kitchen. It needs a roof. It's got a leak in the basement. Okay, what's the leak from? Is it from the foundation? These are things that you're going to ask, and you're going to get as close as you can on that number. So, 114. So right now, you're at an offer price of around $104,750. And so what I always like to do then is I like to say, okay, look, Mr. Seller, if we made you an all-cash offer, what's the least you can take? And if they're anywhere near this number, then we know that we've got someone that's pretty motivated. Now, if they say something like, I'll take 130, then I know that they're not very motivated, and I'll say, so what you're telling me is that with all the repairs that are needing to be done, if you didn't get 130, you wouldn't sell the house to me today? Well, I didn't say that. I mean, maybe, maybe 120. Okay, 120. Well, based off a quick estimate, I'm just kind of looking on here, Mr. Seller, and based off what you told me, we'd be right around the 105,000 mark. Do you think that's something that you might consider, so I can come see the house and we may be able to come up based off repairs? Well, I might be able to work with that. So then when you know that he's in the field, then we can set an appointment with him, go out there, verify the actual repairs, verify the actual value of the house, and make him an offer and purchase it. So yeah, that's a quick video on that, and please give me any questions if you have any. But this is how I come up with my cash offers on houses, so you can do this yourself, and you know that if they're not motivated and they're not anywhere near my price, then it's not a deal, and you don't have to bother, sending anything to